Hello and welcome back to Prophecy of Pendor. It's not as late as it was in the previous episode, so I can maybe be a little bit louder this time around. But anyway, we're going to go and attack the Holy Inquisitor Rasmus himself. And he actually doesn't have that many units. He's only got 202. I'm kind of surprised about this, to be honest. We have a 75% chance to capture unique spawns at this point, and hopefully I'll be able to improve that to 80% at least. So let's go in here. This is a very flat battlefield, so it's really good for us because, as we know, he has a lot of units that don't tend to have shields. So this is going to be really great for us. Okay, so otherwise, what are we going to do? Well, we're basically going to do the same thing that we do every day, Pinky. We're going to take over... No, we're not going to do that. Well, we are going to try and take over the world, but we are going to try and kill as many of these guys coming towards us as we can. They're going to do quite a bit of damage to us if we can't deal with them quickly. We do have a lot of halberdiers out the front there. Actually, not that many. We have a few. Oh, I am so sorry, Maiden Cavalry. You seem to have walked into my arrow. That did not work out too well for you, did it? No, not at all. Yes, anyway. I actually have 10 in power draw at the moment, so I'm still a little bit concerned about my accuracy, because I know that basically the formula for accuracy in Warband, if you have 2 more power draw than the requirement of a particular bow, then you will have the ability to have maximum accuracy. And I actually have 10 in power draw, and my Sapphire Rune bow has a power draw requirement of 7. So that's a bit weird, right? That is a bit weird. But anyway, that is pretty good. We're doing pretty well so far, actually. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. And we're going to try and do some damage to these fellows as well. Got to be a bit careful of the ones equipped with pole arms. Those guys are going to do some damage. Oh, that was Holy Inquisitor Rasmus himself. I am so sorry. I killed him myself. Okay, well, that's absolutely fine with me. Hopefully that will... I don't think that has any difference, basically, on whether we're able to capture him, but it would be really cool if it was. Okay, we got to be careful. Make sure we don't get lanced in the face. I've actually kind of forgotten that it is still the Ironman challenge, which is kind of hilarious, you know. I need to get, like, a bit of a wake-up call in regards to that, because some of the time I'm just like, okay, well, you know, I'm not taking that much damage at the moment, and not taking any damage has kind of spoiled me for the challenge itself, because I have 90 HP, which is an insane amount, and normally in native you would not be able to get this amount of HP. You would also not be able to get such amazing armor as well. So maybe that's also the reason why it's a little bit easier for us to survive. But bear in mind that there are certain opponents in Pendor which are so incredibly strong that it doesn't really matter whether you have, you know, 90 HP or 150 HP. They'll take you out no problem at all, because they're just so damaging. So that's something that we have to remember, and we have to stay humble as a result of that. We can't become overconfident in our HP values or our armor values or anything like that. We have to make sure that we realize every single time we go into a battle that could be our last. That is the essence of the Ironman challenge. Anyway, there you go. 37 renown, 28 morale, and we didn't lose basically anyone because we just had amazing amounts of archer power. Let's see. Yes, we are able to take him prisoner. Can you imagine how many more Qualis gems I would have gotten if I had had Holy Inquisitor Rasmus in a negative relation? I probably would have been able to take him at least prisoner 1 more time, so that would have been an additional Qualis gem, maybe 2 additional Qualis gems, so I would have gained a total of 3 instead of just this 1. But we're going to take him prisoner, and then we'll just let people take whatever they want to take, and then we will also place the various other armor pieces that I got in the previous episode, like I said, into the inventory here. And then look at this. Look at how many people are equipping new stuff. Oh, it's so amazing to see our guys getting that extra gear. Unfortunately, these guys cannot use these shields because they don't have any shield skill, and I'm going to need to do that. I will definitely need to do that. So here is a really, really big problem. Inquisitor Rasmus had over 1,000 prisoners. Over 1,000 prisoners, and I am unable to basically take even 10% of them. I can't even take that. I can take some specialist units, I guess, but I really can't take anything else. Radiant Plague Wardens are really, really fun, so I'll take some of those. And I could take some Adventurers. They're really fun as well. But as you can see, there's so many, and it is such a shame that we weren't able to get... I mean, look at this, 51 Ghazi Stalkers. Okay, I'm going to have to do something here. We're going to get rid of the Jatu, the Melatine, Mounted Rangers, Squires, Spearmen, Heavy Bowmen, the Mettenheim guy. Let's have a look here. Dervish? No, I'm happy not having one of those. Huntresses, are they any good? I don't know, so we'll just let them go. Heavy skirmishers are pretty fun because they are capable of doing so much damage with their thrown weapons, so I'll keep some of those. Empire Legionnaires, not such a big fan of the Empire Legionnaires. I think they're good, but I don't think they are amazing. Melatine Archers, we'll keep those, of course, as well as the Seer Favorites. Rogue Knights, I guess we can let those guys go, and we will just take a huge amount of Ghazi Stalkers now. There you go. So we now have 46. Wow, that's pretty crazy. And we also have Heretic Magnuses here. If... you know, if I could, I would love to take all of them, but I've gone through all of my army now, and there's basically nothing else that I can kind of get rid of, unless I want to get rid of the Halberdier. There's only one of them, makes no real difference, really. You know, I'm gonna have to get rid of a whole bunch more if I want to. So maybe get rid of some of these regular crossbows or something like that. The Empire Legionnaire can go regular crossbows. Let's take some more Ghazi Stalkers. Why not? There you go. Take all of them. Now we've got 55 of those guys. That's really good. Okay, we'll just leave it. Okay, so this is where I currently am. There's a reason why I'm here. I took this quest for the Kraken Cultists to win the Nautar tournament. I won it, and on my way back, I saw Rasmus, and I thought to myself, okay, this is our best opportunity to take him prisoner. And it was. So, let's see. I have space. Okay. This is good. Let's go and speak to him. Now, what you can do with Inquisitor Rasmus is you can obviously ask for a pile of diamonds. I don't need that. I have easily enough money to be able to buy a large pile of diamonds anytime I want. Also, Qualis Gem. Obvious, you know exactly what Qualis Gems are for by now if you've been following along with the series. I have detailed most of their uses, and otherwise... I will release you if you show me the secrets of your unique equipment. Basically what that does is that allows you to use heretic equipment, as far as I'm aware, with CKOs, which are custom knighthood orders. So I don't really want the secrets because my guys are primarily going to be using Noldor equipment, as far as I'm aware, as well as Doom Maces and things like that. So I don't really need the heretic gear. So I will be taking a Qualis Gem in exchange, and hopefully he'll respawn soon and we can maybe take him on once again. And yeah, my plan from the previous episode to become a vassal has not come to fruition just yet. I decided against it for the moment. We are going to be doing it probably in this episode, but just for the moment I just wanted to concentrate a little bit on our knighthood order here, because we do have a pretty significant opportunity to get a good amount of rank points with them, and I kind of thought, hey, you know what, it probably makes a bit more sense than, you know, joining as a vassal right now and then creating our custom knighthood order, because then they could potentially declare war against each other, and then it's just going to be the same old mess that we had beforehand, and that's not going to be good for anyone. So I decided to just do this first. Anyway, we are going to gain a little bit of cash from this, and I have some more space now, so just in case. I won the Nautar tournament. Oh, look at how much renown. That is amazing. 14 rank points, very nice indeed. And let us help them with rivals. There we go. And we are going to do exactly that. The rivals should be right here. Yeah, they are. Scorpion Assassins are super easy for us to deal with, because usually well, they do have shields, but they have very light shields or very small ones, and it's just really easy for us to get arrows in there and do massive damage with them. So yeah, as you can see, I mean, they can kill me pretty easily, so I got to be a bit careful here. I can't be overconfident. Scorpion Assassins are some of the best, well, high DPS units in the game. So they are definitely not to be underestimated by any means. We're just gonna look at that 47 damage. 47 damage. That basically could kill me. 2 hits and I'm dead. That's it. That is pretty insane. So I'm actually going to just stay a little bit further away from them now, because I did kind of distract them for the first half of the battle while our guys got into position so that they could start firing at them, and it seems like we're pretty good now. Maybe. Let's not die now, shall we? Let's not die. But yeah, all these Ghazi Stalkers are going to be basically invincible on the battlefield. Of course, doing a siege with them, not so much invincible, but we do have Ravenstone Rangers and a bunch of other ranged units that will be really, really good in sieges, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Anyway, there's 9 renown. I mean, we're not really doing this for the renown, are we? Well, I mean, we're doing this for the rank points more likely. So let's go in there and hand in the quest. We're not going to get that much. 10 rank points is decent, but it's okay. We gain some honor as well. Is there anything else I can do? Nope, that's it. That is all I can do right now. So let's go in here. Oh, there's actually a farmer. Ha ha ha. So funny. Yeah, the game just knows. The game knows that I failed at my challenging task earlier on in the series, and now it's just like, here, have a farmer. And I'm like, ah, yeah, thanks so much. They do that, don't they? They are so classic, so classic. Okay, so I've actually gotten a little bit of a new strategy in regards to dealing with bandit infestations. Basically what it is just holding position. I know that doesn't sound like a very complex or devious, fiendish strategy of any kind, but I feel like it actually makes it a lot easier to deal with these guys, because the rogue Blackheart Knights just charge straight on in, and they basically leave themselves open for all kinds of attack, while your guys are going to be in a decent enough position to be able to swamp them, and then they're not going to be able to run around as much. Their mobility is cut down to a crawl, and you're going to be able to deal with them super easily, just like these guys right here as well. And then once they are upon you, you can basically just tell your guys to charge in like I already have, and then we're done. I mean, literally, we can just clean up the rest of the very low tier bandits, and it's just so much easier than charging in. Charging in usually in Pendor is ill-advised. The only times that I charge in will generally be when I want to get the battle over with really, really quickly because I'm afraid of some ranged unit on the enemy side, or because we have an overwhelming advantage. And yes, we have an overwhelming advantage here, but the environment is just not to our advantage at all. It is very difficult for us to maneuver our cavalry-focused force in that village. So that's the reason why I decided to hold position. And in general, I'm going to be holding position quite a bit more often in those situations. But anyway, let's actually move on. So what we're going to do is we're going to become a vassal now. We're going to go and speak to Mr. Gregory. Oh, hello there. You have defeated 7 of the evil invaders of Pendor and are herewith awarded the title Defender of Pendor, with +1 intelligence granted to you by Pendor's grateful people. Fantastic. That's actually really good, because that means... Well, what does that actually mean? Because here's the thing. I don't want to spec any more in Horse Archery. I could spec some more in Power Strike, but I'm already doing quite a lot of damage with my weapon. Could spec some more in Trainer Skill. Trainer Skill is definitely going to be quite important for us. I could even spec more in Pathfinding at this point, because Pathfinding for me, I'm the guy. I'm the guy that's doing the Pathfinding. So it is kind of important that I have a little bit more than that, but it is a bit... I don't really want to go all out on Pathfinding, to be honest, because I do want to save those skill points, as I said, for prisoner management. But let me actually just do the calculations here real quick. So I have 2 Qualus gems. I need 1 for a custom knighthood order. So I'll use 1 for another Phineas potion. That's going to give me 22 charisma. And then when I level up, which is going to be quite some time from now, but when I do level up, I'll then have 23 charisma. Maybe I'll find another Qualus gem at that point as well. And then I'll have 24. And then I'll have the 2 skill points, and then I can potentially spend those in prisoner management and leadership. But if I don't level up, and if I find more Qualus gems, then I would be able to do it relatively simply. But again, it's finding the Qualus gems to be able to do that, you know? And that's the reason why I took the chance to, you know, take Mr. Inquisitor prisoner, and that was probably the best opportunity we were going to get. I can't believe that he was actually running around with only, what was it, only 200 units? Pretty insane, actually. But anyway, let's make our way up, shall we? Yeah, we're losing a lot of cash right now, so I kind of need to make moves. I need to make some pretty big moves here. And even the Daughters of Persano are running away from us now. Can you remember when we were running around and we only had about 80 army capacity? Now my army capacity is 225, which is just amazing. Oh yeah, by the way, in the previous episode, well, shall we say in the episode before the previous one, I did say that I was going to show you my renown and honor values, and I completely forgot in the previous one because I was, you know, being quiet and everything. But what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you now. Got 71 honor and 2,577 renown. I think that's quite a lot. But anyway, there's my character as well. We've won 4 Noldor tournaments so far, 2,577 honor rating. Right to rule is 54, and we are a knight commander of the Order of the Kraken cultists. So that's really, really good. So yeah, as far as I'm aware, general sources surrounding Pendor generally tend to say that you should become a vassal, or indeed even the leader of your own faction, by the time you have around 900 to 1,000 renown. But I decided to wait with that because of no reason. No reason, really, which is kind of funny. But anyway, I'm actually going to go and help these Noldor real quick with this fight, because I think they might actually end up losing this if I don't help them. Okay, let's go in. Yes, there we go. Because what we want to do is we actually want to get 70 relation with the Noldor so that they can actually award us their secrets for our custom knighthood order. Of course, it is going to take quite some time for our guys to get upgraded, and in general to even get them trained up, it's going to take a long time. Got to be really careful about these guys. Thankfully, they do have crossbows. I used to actually be a member of the Ebony Gauntlet Knighthood Order as well. A long time ago. I think that was probably my first. No, wait a minute. The Valkyries were my first Knighthood Order. I think I did the Ebony Gauntlet in another series. But I also joined the Shadow Legion as well. So they're really, really good. The Ebony Gauntlet hammers are really fun to fight with because they can take prisoners really easily, as far as I'm aware. As long as they're using blunt weapons, of course. So there you go. We're almost there. I just need another 8 relation with the Noldor, and then I will be able to ask an NPC in Elacray for the secrets for our CKO, and that's going to be super, super good. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. Anyway, we're just going to let those guys go. I hope that they're not going to run into anyone and get themselves killed. They probably will, because they are kind of overconfident, just like me sometimes. And yeah, otherwise Whitestag Castle is going to be our first target, and then we will try to join the faction that we took it from, which is going to be a bit cheeky, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, we need to be careful about crossing over Jatu lands, because these faster bands here, they can catch me and get me into a battle with the larger ones, so you got to be careful. As you can see, there's actually some that band of 8 would very easily be able to get me into a battle, but thankfully we are significantly stronger than most of these, and they are not nearby to anyone. Okay, so I need to find King Gregory. Oh, there's Wolfbode. Hey, Wolfbode. Could you come over here? I actually really... Oh, you know, I really want to fight him. I really want to fight him. I don't know whether he's going to be okay with that. He's probably not going to be okay with it. Let's just be honest, you know. He's not going to be too happy. So, let me see. Come on, follow me, Wolfbode. We're friends, aren't we? Yes. He's like, yeah, let's go over to Poinsbrook and I'll siege it for you. That's Wolfbode speaking, obviously. But anyway, let's hope that he actually does do that, because maybe he hasn't gone close to Poinsbrook since he sieged it last, because as far as I'm aware, he hasn't launched another sneak attack on the town. So maybe he will this time. No? No? Ah. Okay, apparently he doesn't want to, which is really quite a shame. I won't be able to go in against him with 1200. That is just going to be way too much for us to deal with. Way too much, shall we say, battle advantage. Because if we had... Well, if he had about 600, I'd probably go in there right now and probably try and defeat him. But he has 1200, and that's going to just skyrocket his battle advantage so much that we are just not going to have enough units to be able to deal with his highly tiered units. So we're going to have to leave that alone for the moment. I wonder where King Gregory actually is. Maybe they're in Salian territory right now. Instead of defending, maybe they're attacking. I need to find a Ravenstone vassal or one of their wives to speak to. Are you serious? I ran right by him? That always happens to me, you know. That absolutely always happens. Oh, and never mind. Never mind. Apparently that's not going to be happening. That is just not going to be happening, because now Salian and Ravenstone are at peace with each other. So let's have a look at who else is at war against Salian. I guess it doesn't actually matter who I join, because I will then be able to just, you know, go to King Ulrich and just say, hey, I've got this fief, let's join, you know. So I could theoretically join anyone, basically. So I guess I will join... Wow, the Fyhrr are really doing... What? The Fyhrr are doing super badly. Look at this. They've only got 2 towns. Wow. When did that happen? When did they lose all of this? I guess because the Dashar started to fight back against them. And look at the Dashar actually encroaching on into Empire territory now as well. That's pretty impressive. Alright, so before we make our way over to Empire territory, I decided, hey, let's try and find Phineas. I saw a traveler and I asked him, and he's in Valenbray, and this is where he is. So I'm just going to be drinking an elixir right now. We're just going to get a little bit more strength, agility, charisma, weapon proficiencies, and so on and so forth. And now we'll be making our way down to Empire territory. Alright, so here we are. Marius Imperator is ready to accept our... Apparently not. Alright, so here we go. We're going to be attacking a snake cult hideout. I am not pleased about this, because the snake cult is actually quite damaging. Especially their ranged units can be quite hard to deal with. But thankfully I have some insane ranged abilities myself, so I should be okay to eliminate most of them. As you can see, most of our guys are doing absolutely fine. Who is that running up ahead there? That is kind of silly. Probably not the best idea. Who are you? Is that Lethal Diran? He looks a bit weird. No, that's Sir Rain. No, of course it's Sir Rain. And who else do we have around here? Yeah, now here's the thing. This is also a reason why you probably, as a beginner in Pendor, do not want to join or start in the Empire territory. Because you're going to get these quests to eliminate the Snake Cult hideout, and you're going to have to fight against Anaconda Knights and Snake Cult, all kinds of high-tier Snake Cult units. And those guys, they mean business. You know, you can see that right there. This guy took a lot of damage just from our Ebony Sword. He took like, what, 100 damage or something to die. And as a beginner character, you know, level 5, level 10, something like that, you're not going to have the best equipment. And it's going to be really difficult to deal with these enemies. And you can see here, they're spawning a lot of them as well. They're actually spawning a great deal of them in to fight us. But thankfully I have such an amazing shield that I really don't have to worry too much about that. Just got to make sure to block the hits from the higher tier units, because if I take a little bit of damage from a Snake Cult Armsman or a Follower or something like that, that is not a big deal. But if I take some damage from a Cobra Warrior or an Anaconda Knight, then that's going to start to add up pretty badly. Yeah, like for example here, my shield is taking quite a bit of damage, which is not good. We want to make sure that it stays as good quality as possible. It seems like Sigismund actually got himself killed. Can't believe that. There we go. Alright. We're not doing too badly. We've killed 39 with 7. Really? Really? This is exactly the reason why Marius Imperator actually asked us to even do this quest, because he wants us to die. Let's just say that. Because he says, you're not going to keep your oath. But that's the thing. I renounced my oath with the Deshar, and I thought, oh, okay, you know, that's fine. Then I can join someone else, because as a mercenary, it doesn't really matter. Does it? Maybe it does. Wow, that was a lot of damage right there. Yeah, Snake Cult Leader actually does a lot of damage. Can you believe it? 47 damage from that? Wow, that's pretty crazy. Okay, so nothing really for me here. It could take some dies, could take some Anaconda Shield, but I'm not going to take anything. Alright, so we're back in the castle here, and Marius Imperator is right here, and we are ready to speak to him. We have increased his relation with us by 4, which is not exactly great. Is he going to... Really? Are you serious right now? I am really, really surprised. You need 7 Empire Gladiators? Ah, yeah, you know what? You can get stuffed. You can get stuffed, Marius Imperator. That is just absolutely awful. I'm going to go over to the Deshar, and I'm going to join them, and I'm going to kill you, apparently. Oh, Salian's declared war against the Deshar. That actually makes a whole bunch of sense. That is actually perfectly fine with me. Marius Imperator can go and stuff himself, and I'm perfectly happy with that, because I will be able to hopefully attack the Empire as well. I actually think that the Deshar are still at war against them, so we could potentially attack him, which would kind of be good. Anyway, he's close to traveling to Torba. Okay, so that's fantastic. Where is Torba now? There it is, down there. All right, so Fjordsvein might be at war against us, which would be a bit of an issue. Oh, okay. Be a bit careful about this, because these guys could theoretically outrun me. No, they can't. They're at 2.8 and we're at 3.0, so technically they can't even outrun me, but got to be a bit careful of those smaller parties. Deshar's being eliminated right now by something? Not sure what. Sometimes unique spawns like to camp on top of Torba, and you can't see them until it's too late. So you got to be a bit careful of that. Is he in here? I don't see him. I don't think he's in here, to be honest. Let's, no, I want to ask, can I ask you a question? Why, oh, there we go, okay. Traveling to Torba, Saidu Sharif. Where is that? There, okay. So if I go straight up, I should be able to intercept him and then become a vassal. I can't believe it's so difficult to become a vassal right now. I have so much renown. Are you serious? This is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay, apparently I can't see him. Oh, there he is. Is that him? Yep, there we go. Okay, fantastic. Let's speak to him now. Do I know you? I worked as a mercenary for you. For quite some time, actually, fellow. Are you... Wow. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Is it because I renounced my oath as a mercenary? I mean, really? I mean, mercenaries do that all the time, no? Okay, apparently they really don't like me anymore. So I guess what I'm going to have to do is maybe create my own faction straight away. We'll see if we can, well, work something out, perhaps. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.